As the last days of summer fade into the early days of autumn, you can feel a change in the air. The wind is picking up, and the sky is a blue so beautiful and hard that it looks like porcelain. All the lush greenness of summer still lingers, but the leaves on the trees are already beginning to change colors, and the grass has a brittle quality to it, as though the sweeping wind could break it off and swirl it away at any moment. There is something about that in-between time of summer and autumn that makes these last signs of summer so precious. The still warm sun and blooming flowers and the green tree leaves. But fall is already here too, and it feels somehow as though everything is more alive. The sounds of night have changed from summer's grasshoppers to autumn's crickets chirping. Grocery stores are selling pumpkins, and pumpkin spice everything is everywhere. We've begun turning on the heat in our house, wearing fuzzy socks and lighting candles galore. It's a good time, a sweet time, an in-between time of leaving behind summer's heat and looking ahead to all the fall and winter celebrations to come. Pumpkin patches, cozy movie nights with hot chocolate, hay rides, Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas, and eventually the new year. But not yet. Right now we're soaking up the last warm rays of sunshine and watching the leaves begin to fall, and really feeling autumn begin to set in. One of my husband and I's favorite ways to signal the start of fall is to light candles, and the more scented the better. We threaten to light candles at every opportunity, and fall is definitely one of the best of them. And what is it about lighting candles that feels so zen? The warm candlelight seems to quietly say that autumn is really here. A lit candle is so inviting, but softly, so that you want to stay a while and relax into the gentle warmth. My 1-year-old daughter is rapidly leaving behind pureed baby food and really loves basically all breakfast foods: eggs, bacon, sausage, oatmeal, pancakes, you name it. I've yet to find one she doesn't like. So with the autumn chill in the air and a hungry mouth to feed every morning, I've been doing a lot more breakfast cooking in the kitchen. Today, it's pancakes, bacon, and eggs, scrambled for my husband, who prefers them that way. The process of making breakfast can be a meditative one, although less so if you have a hangry baby watching your every move. Still, making breakfast takes the time it takes, and there's something satisfying about knowing that you can't rush the process.
Yeah, ready for more food? Better quality stuff than the dribble you've been fed so far. Okay.
It's funny how time seems to both speed up and slow down during autumn. Things are so busy. Kids are back in school, holidays are coming up, and it can seem that fall is heavily commercialized, sometimes before the weather even changes. But at the same time, you can feel this urge deep in your bones to slow down, to listen, to feel. Making breakfast, for me, is a wonderful part of slowing down in early autumn. Instead of eating out for breakfast or skipping it entirely, it can be nice to take the time to stay in and make a warm meal. Depending on your diet, there are all kinds of foods that may fit that bill. But whatever is comfort food for you that you know is nourishing your body is a great way to start the day. One of my favorite things to do in autumn is to listen. To listen to the wind rustling the tree branches. Listen to the crickets and frogs at night. Listen to the absolute stillness of the air that seems to come as the drenching humidity of summer finally retreats. To look, to have your fill of looking at the bright orange pumpkins of the season, and the quiet, hypnotic flame of a candle burning, and the leaves the color of tongues of flame crunching under your feet. And of course, what else is autumn synonymous with but smells? The smells of beautiful baking things and warm coffee and scented candles, and that smell you get outside only in autumn that smells so heavenly. One of my favorite parts of summer, which is still with us for now, is the green leaves of so many gorgeous trees. They're so beautiful with the morning light glinting off of them, majestic even, whether in stillness or rustling in the wind. This verdant beauty catches my breath every time, and I will miss it. This is a poem by Mary Oliver in the book called Why I Wake Early. The poem is called Goldenrod Late Fall. This morning the goldenrod are all wearing their golden shirts, fresh from heaven's soft wash in the chill night. So it must be a celebration. And here comes the wind, so many swinging wings. Has he been invited, or is he the intruder? Invited, whisper the golden pebbles of the weeds as they begin to fall over the ground. Well, you would think the little murmurs of the broken blossoms would have said otherwise, but no. So I sit down among them to think about it, while all around me the crumbling goes on. The weeds let down their seedy faces cheerfully, which is the part I like best, and certainly it is as good as a book for learning from. You would think they were just going for a small sleep. You would think they couldn't wait, it was going to be that snug and even as all their lives were, full of excitation. You would think it was a voyage just beginning and no darkness anywhere, but tinged with all necessary instruction and light, and all were shriven as all the round world is, and so it wasn't anything but easy to fall, to whisper good night. As fall approaches, I am still watering my long-suffering flowers. I am not entirely sure what I will do with them in the coming cooler weather, but for now they are alive and need care. I hope I can coax them through the next few months. I love their sunny beauty. It brightens every morning. As we settle in for the evening, and everything gets darker and quieter, it feels so cozy to be in a warm home. We can begin to unwind from the day, knowing that all the concerns of this day will now have to wait for tomorrow. The moonlight shines overhead, the crickets chirp, and we are snug inside. This is another poem by Mary Oliver from the same book, Why I Wake Early, and it is called Lingering in Happiness. After rain, after many days without rain, it stays cool, private and cleansed under the trees, and the dampness there, married now to gravity, falls branch to branch, leaf to leaf, down to the ground where it will disappear, but not, of course, vanish, except to our eyes. The roots of the oaks will have their share, and the white threads of the grasses and the cushion of moss.
A few drops round as pearls will enter the mole's tunnel, and soon so many small stones buried for 1,000 years will feel themselves being touched.
I hope that wherever and whenever this video finds you, you get some time to rest and relax. That looks different for each and every one of us, but giving our souls times for rest seems right in a season that sometimes can seem as if it was made just for delight. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you next time.